What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing another review of a handheld console, but again with a slightly different variation on it, similar to the last one we just did. But this one, slightly higher price, and I definitely think it comes in a little bit more worth it with what you get. Anyways, let's take it. All right, and the last one came in somewhere around, I think, like $8. This one comes in closer to about 55, so a little bit pricey for what you get, but it's a fairly decent box for everything that's inside of it. Your instruction manual, English on the other side, directional keys, start, exiting out of the game. You hit the start and select keys at the same time. You have your volume, function keys, your standard little AV port that nobody uses, another power, check how much battery's left, on off switch, USB-C input and output, so you can power bank off of it, standard SD card. It's got a speaker on the bottom side of it, and kind of everything else. It's USB-C in, you can 5 volts, 9 volts, 12, so you can fast charge it in. It also does fast charging coming out of it, and the wireless charging up to a 15-watt max, so it will charge off of the phone. Comes with a white charging cable. Their manual back in here. Just take a look at it. I still have the screen protector plastic over the top, so these words aren't actually on the screen. I just never peel anything off. It's a pretty nice, clear acrylic case. The only thing with that is, as most of us know, clear acrylic, it's going to scratch. There are already some fine scratches on here, and I had this thing in my hand for probably about 10 minutes. Here's your card slots, the speakers on the side, top piece, the micro USB, bleh. Another speaker on that side. You're checking your charge level. Have your little charge lights on there. We are almost fully charged. Your on-off switch and magnetic wireless charging. I've tested this out. It does work on my phone for that. So again, similar to the other one, this one also does have a decent amount of weight to it compared to the other one. I don't remember exactly how much the other one weighed, but I do remember it was pretty light. I think it was somewhere in the 5.5 ounce range. As you can see, I still have the protective plastic on top of that because I refuse to take those off. Weight wise, this one's 273.1 grams. But yeah, this is the XGO Game Power Bank. Go ahead and turn it on. It's got a bit of a like 4 or 5 second delay of it coming on. I mean, the speakers aren't super loud, but it does have a Capcom Series 1 and 2. I did notice with the Series 1, a couple of the games inside of here have a low, medium, and high volume. It's not super loud, but once you get your hands kind of cupped around it, your natural form of your hand actually helps point that audio towards you. But comes with, as far as the Series 1 games go, it comes with 26 of them. Those ones actually were a little bit laggy from what I noticed. The System 2 wasn't so bad. There's 28 on those. The IGS has 6. Your standard Neo Geo, and that's 117 in that. Didn't have any issues with those. Your family computer, so your NES, 744 on here. It uses the ZFC format and the ZFS for the Super Famicom. So not your standard NES or SFC, I think it is. The other ones, it uses a pretty different ROM size. So as far as dropping other games on here, you're gonna have to find them in that other format or convert them yourself. But you can do that through the SD card on the side. Neo Geo is 117. Super Famicom is 929. There are no like Mario games on here, so if you're expecting to play Super Mario or Super Mario World, those are non-existent in this system. Does have the Mega Drive, so the Sega Genesis, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and the Game Boy Advanced. Just kind of going through some of it. You hit the Mega Drive, has your A, B, and R, X, Y, and L buttons on this side. So when you get into this on the 6 button games, it's A, B, C, X, Y, Z. But it does have some fairly decent titles in here. And I was playing with it for a while, and I mean, they were good. I mean, it's got all the Sonics, everything else. When it comes down to the Nintendo ones, like I said, you are definitely missing your Mario games in there. Noticed it's the screen is definitely a lot worse on the camera than what it is in person. This is actually super clear. This is fairly bright, but if we just load something up, you can watch, see how fast that Kid Chameleon actually starts out. I will say, sometimes when you load the games and that, there is a little bit of a hissing noise, and it is a little odd kind of playing these with a directional pad because, most of us grew up playing these with the D-pad. So it is kind of interesting to do on that, but all your standard controls are here. And no, it works pretty well, but if you're in a game, like I said, a lot of those lines have to do with it being coming through the camera. They're not actually there in person, but if you hit start and select, you can resume, quit, create save states. The quit will take you back out. So, and it actually drops you right where you were before versus some of the other ones where it dumps you all the way back out at the main screen. This one actually dumps you back out where you left off. You can use the Y button to add stuff to your favorites collection, which you can come down to the bottom and jump straight to those. As your history, so games you have played, you can go back through and kind of check those out. Kid Chameleon, which we were just on. There's 200 in here. I haven't played 200 games. I checked out a couple of Famicom games, Mega Man, checking to see if those ran. A lot of these other ones that were already on here and loaded. I did not play any of these, but just kind of as a check of everything seems to load, has all the Mega Mans 1 through 7 on here. But back to our main screen here. Yeah, search function and your settings. There's not a whole lot in the settings of user games. These are two that are loaded in there. One of them's like Pack World. I forgot what the other one was. Change your language, English, Chinese, Spanish, I think Portuguese, Arabic, and don't know exactly what the last one is, but your system TV. So if you actually were using that AV out, you can do NTSC or PAL. But outside of that, it's a pretty cool little system. It works good. I said it's got some weight to it. Connects to the back of the phone just fine to keep that charged. It's nice to see it being used as a power bank. So you can double up on that. Anyways, that is the XGO game power bank. It says it's 10,000 milliamp hours. Again, not sure exactly how true that stated battery life is or capacity. But again, weight wise, it seems like it should fall somewhere close into that realm. The last one's lasted quite a while for me, and that's supposed to be a 5,000. So this one is double. This one's a little over 5 times the price at about 55 bucks shipped to the door. But again, it's a pretty cool little system. I think I'll throw this one in my bag too. That way, just if I get bored with the other one, I got this one I can pull out different variety of stuff on here. Also, a slightly bigger screen, better buttons to actually play on in that, and it feels good to hold it in the hand. But anyways, thanks for stopping in. Have a good night, and we'll see you in the next one.